On. Shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, and my TikTok family. Wasn't for you guys, none of this would be possible. Shout out to my replay gang, my overseas gang, and my unsubscribed gang, shrinking by the day. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all, I don't want to waste too much time. Let's get right into it. It is super cold out here. It probably won't be a long one. So if you watch content or you're a content creator, especially if you're in the any kind of man space, then you might know who the person is I mentioned in the title. You know what I'm saying? Her name is Cynthia G, and she has been bashing black men since as far back. I remember seeing this woman years ago when I was married, bashing black men like she ain't got no sense, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been doing this for years. Ugh. She's been doing this for years. Well, anyway, I guess they're not paying attention. And this was perfect timing, man. Because, you know, if you don't know, Fresh and Fit got demonetized. If you don't know who they are, they're a huge podcast that they're pretty red pill. And unfortunately, even though they brought us great entertainment, some of the stuff that they did and they do is, hey, what's going on, homie? Was quite, I appreciate the like, was quite controversial. Controversial. I don't know why I can't say it tonight. And they got demonetized. Now, I guess everybody thought that only happens to men, I guess, right? This woman, y'all, I'm gonna tell you, if you have never heard of this Cynthia G chick, go to her channel. I have never heard somebody being able to talk like that. And to talk, remember I've been saying to y'all that women are the new slave masters? I'm serious, they really are, man. This woman, she's talking some real SW stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, some WS stuff, and you don't know what that means. YT supremacy. I mean, I'm literally, it's giving me, like I said, new master. It's giving me the reins were handed over to her black ass. It's giving me self-hate in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of a way. And the thing about it is, she don't really, apparently she came off like she didn't really like black dudes. I mean, which she does. She comes off all kind of crazy ways, man. And she talks crazy. But then also recently one of her friends outed her, or some female outed her, right? And she has had a kid by a pookie. Now it's crazy because this woman can't stand black dudes. And I mean, she says the craziest stuff. She's on there. She got a name for us. I don't know how she came up, or they let her get away with that derogatory name that she has for us. And she be talking about we've been buck broken, you know what I'm saying, since, you know, slavery, and have not regained. And just she puts out the most, it's, in my opinion, it's almost like she's a puppet. And I don't know what men she messes with, but it's like she's regurgitating, you know what I'm saying, whatever she hears from them. She's just sitting here just spitting it out. Just it's the craziest stuff. And I believe they pinpointed the episode of her podcast, one of her podcasts, that probably got her demonetized. And it was one where she was going off on black men, but then she called up a YT guy, and he was going off on black dudes, and he started saying the craziest stuff. You know, the stuff that they always say, the tropes that they keep trying to push, even though black men have had to work and get it out the mud, you know what I mean, since slavery, and they've been trying to ruin our image every chance they can. And this whole lazy thing that they try to say about us, that is the craziest stuff I've ever heard in my life, man. You know when somebody's trying to really betray you in a bad way, when they're calling black people, especially black men, lazy. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. I don't know a single lazy black man. I don't know anybody. My great-granddad, my granddad, my dad, my brother, me, my cousins. I don't know a single lazy one. So these tropes, man, they try to make it so that no one really wants to deal with us, and women don't find us desirable. And it doesn't really work, because the more you try to make a guy into a bad boy, that's going to be the bad boy of all the groups of men. So we're just a bad boy of all the groups of men. You didn't really ruin our image. Like, what do women normally do? They go against everything you tell them. So when you decided to try to ruin our image, all you did was send more women our way. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not just talking about her. I'm talking about any WS people that are out there trying to ruin black people's image or black men's image. You never did. You cannot ruin the original man's image. You can't do it. You've done everything you possibly can, and we still get women without money, with money. Women are always attracted to us. You got to slow down with this stuff. But anyway, this woman gets so mad that she's not able to ruin our image. This woman gets so, I have never heard stuff like this. Some of that stuff, I can't even repeat it because I don't want to get demonetized. But if you can think about anything that you've heard, some hillbilly, you know what I'm saying, with a sheet over his head like a dummy, whatever you think that they say, that's what she was saying. Stuff just like that. So here's my thing. In the video, it was a woman reacting to her getting demonetized and showing a video that probably got her demonetized. And I agree with the woman that she takes things too far. But then also in the same breath, the woman goes, this is why I don't believe in interracial dating. What? Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Don't ever let a woman tell you what ethnicity you can date, what group you can date, and any reason they have for it will not be justifiable, because given the opportunity, and if no one knew, they would be doing the exact same thing, except they would lie about it, not tell nobody about it, unless he's a great man with great wealth, and then all that stuff goes out the door. So when they're trying to gaslight you and make it seem like you got to stick with your own race, why would you do that when most of us are going to be going overseas? And unless you're going overseas, you know what I mean, to look for a specific group or a specific ethnicity that looks similar to yours, which why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? You should be over there. You're going to new countries. You should be exploring new things. But don't ever let somebody try to block you in. Listen, there's a difference. There's a difference between having a lack of options, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, being limited to the options that you're given because of the country you live in. But once you leave this country, your lack of options are over. And unfortunately, from what I'm researching black women that go overseas and stuff like that. Man, there's a black lady in like China or something, or Japan, and she's talking about black men getting with Asian women, how much it bothers her, while she's in an Asian country and she can't get any dates. Over there talking about she getting discriminated against. They don't like you. Maybe it's your attitude, maybe it's the way you're carrying yourself, or maybe they don't like black women in those countries. What does it matter for? There's countries that don't like black men at all. You know, you can't run around everywhere, you know what I'm saying, acting like somebody's doing something against you. And then you have women online like this that are, you know, pretty much putting out hate speech. Listen, again, if you've never seen her, go check her out. Her name is Cynthia G. And her thumbnails are even like cringe. Her thumbnails are cringe. You know who her audience is? You know who her audience is. She got an audience full of WS people, and she's a new slave master, and she's in it with them, and they basically using her like a puppet to get across all of their talking points. And you know it's true, because the minute they called in confirmation, that's some white tea guy stuff right there too. They love to rev their trucks or whatever when they drive by people. I don't know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? But it's like she's the new poster boy for them. And when that guy called in, he was too comfortable, man. You know when someone's too comfortable talking junk against a group of people a group of men that he would never have the courage enough to say anything to, face to face, one-on-one, would never say nothing. Just real bold with it on her channel. And at first he started off talking okay about black men, and she was rolling her eyes. But the minute he started bashing us, she was right in on it. I mean, like, chef's kiss, it's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. And I said something about this the other day. I said, man, I'm getting flagged on my videos, you know what I'm saying, for weird stuff. And I don't even think I'm that bad, but I've had to change the way I talk. You haven't noticed I've been pausing more to try to make sure, because I'm monetized over here. I ain't messing that up. And with the way that they're doing things, even I knew, look, the writing's on the wall. YouTube is getting real strict. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing better. You can tell. I used to go off. Go to my original channel too. I used to go off. They're flagging my videos left and right. I can't do that stuff no more. And I was even on one of my podcasts the other day, and a lady was saying the B word, and I was like, how is she able to say this? I can't even say, I'm not even going to say it, but 3-0, you know what? I can't even say stuff like that without getting flagged. I had it in my title and I got flagged. I took it out and the flag went away. And they can say any and everything. I'm telling you, they're gonna clamp down on all forms of hate speech. And I'm telling you right now, for all YouTubers and TikTokers that are watching me, hear me now. If they're gonna go ahead and demonetize a black woman talking hate speech to a black man, oh, you best believe if you wilding on your channels, they're gonna demonetize you. You best believe. Some of y'all women out here, including y'all readers, y'all might want to rethink this whole man hating, always posting stuff up about, because, you know, she more than likely got demonetized because her following, she can influence them in a super negative way. If y'all are out here talking all this man hating stuff and we don't need men, and every time y'all get online, you got some traumatizing story about some ex, some guy or whatever, you might end up getting demonetized too. Y'all better start treading light. Because if a woman gets demonetized, and it hardly ever happens, you think about that. Do you want your hard-earned work and your money that you're no longer getting? This woman had 130-something thousand subscribers. You know what that means? She's making like 20,000 a month. You know, 11 on the timer, as I said that. She's making like 20,000 a month. Could you imagine, you know what I'm saying, going from making 20,000 to all your money going just like that? And she didn't cross-platform or nothing. She didn't cross-platform to Instagram, TikTok, or nothing. Just all on YouTube, talking hate speech, left and right. And because she normally thought that nobody cared about black people, black men, that she can get away with it. And she's been doing this since like 2015 or something like that, right? So obviously the rules have changed, and they're looking out for pretty much everybody now. If they're looking out for black men, they're looking out for everybody. Y'all got to be more careful of what y'all are saying against men on here. And gentlemen out there in the manosphere, hey, look, don't take this lightly. Don't bask in her getting taken down. Make your videos, make your money. You know what I'm saying? Make your money. But don't like really thrive in it and bask in it. I got to watch Minister Jap, man. I know he's going to be cutting up, man. I know he's going to be cutting up about this, man. Him and Angry Man. But I'm gonna check those out, man. I already checked out O'Shea. Woo! Hey, listen, O'Shea Duke Jackson went off on this one. Y'all should watch that. You know what I'm saying? He's in the manosphere, but he's real neutral. He's not like, you know what I'm saying? He don't be talking that crazy stuff. He's going to college and everything like that. Educated dude. So, I'm glad he put the information out though. And come to find out, this Cynthia G chick who's always talking about black men, she went somewhere for 3 months and got knocked up by a Pookie, making her a Pookisha. So how in the world is Pookisha out here talking junk about black men? I don't get it. How are you going to have, and she has a little boy. She has a little boy, y'all. She has a little black boy from this Pookie that, you know, she ran up on and laid up with and got the cheeks clapped up. And then now she's online. She was doing it before she hooked up with them, but she's online we know now why she's been bashing black men really, really hard, because he probably dipped out on her, whatever. But again, the guy that she hooked up with was not the kind of guy that looks like he's an upstanding type of dude. Definitely looks like a Pookie, man, without a shadow of a doubt. So again, I want to reiterate this to you. Don't listen to what women say, okay? This woman gets online and drops hate speech towards black men, her own kind, and then goes and hooks up with a Pookie because she doesn't want to exit this realm alone without having a child. And then the karma she gets is God gives her a son. So now she got to decide, does she want to butt break her son, or do she want to allow her son to grow up and be a healthy man? See, that's how karma works. Listen, you do any kind of, you know what I'm saying, hate speech, period, you're gonna probably get demonetized. But when you're actually going after, you know what I'm saying, a group of people, and you're just bashing them as if you are putting on a hood and going to the rallies, you know what I'm saying, not a hood, but a sheet, where them idiots put on, and then going to a rally, you gotta know it's not gonna end well. And the fact that she's been able to do it for years kind of shows me that YouTube was not looking out for black men for a little while. Like, hey, you know what? We ain't got to worry about that group. Not no more. And I'm going to tell you something. If she's been doing it all these years and I just got into this arena, I'm telling you right now, every time I go somewhere, change happens. Every time I move around, change happens. This one's been doing this for years, and I seen her a couple times before she got demonetized. It was disgusting to me. I blocked her on my main channel. You know, that's just disgusting. I don't get on here and talk about women like that. The kind of things that she says, man, that's only somebody. I mean, obviously she's hurting and projecting trauma, but I mean, go on, the stuff she be saying, man. Yeah, you know, what happens a lot of times, everybody has their own way of making fun of different groups. Like black folks say certain things about other groups say certain things about us. Listen, man, I don't really care what nobody else thinks, man. Like, you know I got some hillbilly rednecks out here that probably I don't care. If they mind their business, they can say whatever and do whatever in their homes. But the problem is when you get a puppet up there, you put a battery in her back, and she's saying all this hateful stuff, and then what she did was, like an idiot, brought up a YT man, and he was saying the same stuff she's saying. It ain't gonna go over very well once you allow that YT man to get up there, because now you definitely in some hate speech stuff. And he was saying the same old tropes. Well, if you get pregnant by one of them, guarantee your credit score is gonna automatically drop. Guarantee that you're gonna be trying to get child support out of him because he's not gonna take care of the kid. Guarantee he's gonna run away. All these crazy things that he knows he has no business saying online, and he knows that he would never say to any black dude he ran into in person, but she's allowing a platform for that type of hate. And she got what she deserved. She got what she deserved. Listen, I ain't making money like that on YouTube. Man, if I was making 20K, first of all, like O'Shea said, she's putting no upgrades in her production quality. And she started a GoFundMe, you know, or her you know, ladies, her sisterhood started a GoFundMe so that she can pay for her studio equipment or what. She really does not do nothing but, you know, run it off her phone. I don't think she has a mic. You know what I'm saying? She don't have no kind of setup or nothing like that. She just like runs it out of her room with 131,000 subscribers, never upgrade. And most women don't. When I do see a woman upgrading on a regular basis, I know she's on top of her stuff. Most women are like, if it ain't broke, I ain't gonna fix it. They don't upgrade nothing. They just like let it go and let it stay the same, and she's one of those. So she was literally not upgrading none of her equipment. She apparently, from what it, you know, seemed like she's living in the same type of area, an apartment, not a home or whatever, pocketing all that money or spending it or blowing it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And now she's not even making that money anymore. She has no other kind of income. So that I wouldn't jeopardize things like that. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. And I say all that to say this. You know, you guys, like I was telling y'all before, most of these women out here, and it don't matter what race you are, they don't consider men to be human or on the same level as them. You know, like we're right above dogs or right below dogs to them. I'm not quite sure. And they'll dog you out and they'll throw you away. They'll use you up. They'll spit you out. They really don't have any empathy for us anymore. And we all know what the problem is. They can no longer pair bond with any men. And now they can no longer pair bond with us. They don't look at us the same way because their ability to be able to connect with a man is gone. So they probably feel that we're doing what they're doing, getting with them to get as much as we can. And that's not the case. Everybody knows that when men love somebody, we love women, we go all the way out. We don't hold back. We do everything we can for them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them are wicked and they'll manipulate the situation. And right now, you know, I'm telling you, there's a major shift. And with this shift, you know what I'm saying, the movement, women are starting to see the writing on the wall. Some women are talking like they have some sense, and the ones that aren't and are doing too much are getting shut down. This was not happening before. This has just started happening. This has just started happening. So with this shift going on, I'm hoping these other women can see it, because I'm telling you, they're not playing around with this stuff. Listen, they already trying to change legislation so y'all can go ahead and get, you know, drafted, right? They got y'all, you know, to the point where women have drank the Kool-Aid and talking crazy in their positions and their jobs. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, women spend the most. And now that women talk so crazy, they run men off. And you got to look at it the way the powers that be looks at it. They've tricked us all these years to get married. They were tricking us, man. They've been tricking us all through the 1900s. Like, just tricking us, man, just tricking us. Oh, you got to get married, and being married is great. Women have literally shown us that it is a trap, it is a trick, and it's the way the powers that be gets into a man's pockets. Because right now, we got our pockets full. You know what I'm saying? We ain't stressing nothing. We chilling. The minute you start dating women, that is gone. They're going to have you blowing money, spending money, doing stuff, living life fast. You're not able to think clearly. You know what I'm saying? Just doing too much. Like, they live their lives spending money all the time without thinking. And that way society or this country can stay afloat. They need for us to spend money. If men are not dating women or going on dates with women, we're not spending money. We are not spending money like that. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So they know to get us back on the plantation, they got to do something, because women are messing it up for them. It's like, man, these women, we gave them a little bit of information to keep them in place, keep them docile, keep them from overrunning anything. But now women got them to the point where, you know what I'm saying, they don't even want to marry them. They don't want to be with them. They don't want to entertain them. They don't want to go on dates with them. They don't want to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? They're just really just taking time off and getting, and it's messing up things. Yeah, it's like, so, yeah. Whatever you say. And you know what I mean? So the powers that be in society is like, they need us back on the plantation, going on dates, getting married, so that no matter what, you know, if things don't work out and you're married and you're doing well, she can take half and then put all that money, you know what I'm saying, back into the economy and keep things going. Man, it's all about money, man. So with that being said, gentlemen, we need to stay on our movement, stay away from them. Know that you're a king and you deserve the best. Stop giving your royal seed to these scallywags and dirtbags, these women out here that'll have you, you know, put some work in and then go and give it to a Tyrone and Chad like me without having to do nothing. Without having to do nothing. It's gonna make you sick. Because, you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna be real. I ain't gotta do no work for it, right? But, you know what I'm saying, some of y'all gotta, you know, y'all move differently. And the last thing you need to be doing right now is putting your time into them. Ooh. The light just went out on me and he didn't give me a warning. That's time. That means it's time for me to go, y'all. That means it's time for me to go. Get over here by my house. I didn't even know that I had let it run that long. Ah, it's dark out here, man. Ah, here we go. But yeah, stick to the plan. Right now, some women are going to do what they can to try to break you down, try to make you want to have relations. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if you're on a retention, a lot of women just want to get you to break your retention. They just want to break you. You know what I'm saying? They want to break you. So just be really careful about that. All right. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna get on TikTok for a little bit and then I'm going to bed. Peace, love, and light. Remember, hit the like button, share the live, and subscribe. Just want to get on here real quick and talk about how this woman got demonetized for man hate and how women better start, you know, tightening up, straightening up, you know what I'm saying? Or otherwise, they're going to get demonetized, money's going to stop, and it's really not worth it, all right? I appreciate you lying crazy. Y'all take it easy. Stay blessed.